What happens when the rule enforcer breaks the rules? Can you get fined just for missing a neighborhood meeting, even if you're battling cancer? What if the person being targeted secretly oversees every HOA in the state? And what if the clipboard queen didn't know she was messing with her own boss? You won't believe how this war on weeds turned into a full-scale HOA takedown. I always thought peace and quiet was something you bought with your mortgage. Turns out, I was wrong. Last Tuesday morning, as I was sipping my coffee and watching my dog bark at squirrels, I noticed a patrol car slowly creeping down our cul-de-sac. And I knew, without a doubt, that it had something to do with Karen. See, my wife didn't attend last month's HOA meeting. Not because she was protesting. Not because she was being difficult. She had cancer. She was recovering from chemo. But apparently, that wasn't a valid excuse for Karen, our self-appointed queen of the HOA, the woman who patrols the sidewalk with a measuring tape and a rage-filled clipboard. So she called the cops, because my wife didn't show up to the meeting. Yeah, let that sink in. She had no idea that the woman she was trying to punish, the one she thought was just another lazy resident, is actually the regional director for every HOA in the state, including hers. And what Karen didn't know is that we were about to teach her what real authority looks like. Stay with me, because this was only the beginning. We moved into Windermere Ridge 3 years ago. It was the kind of place realtors describe with words like tight-knit, charming, and safe. And at first, it lived up to the brochure. We'd bought the house after my wife, Lisa, got promoted. She's a systems analyst by title, but her real job? She's the quiet kind of brilliant that scares people in meetings. What most people don't know is that she's also a regional oversight officer for the state's Homeowners Association Commission. That means every HOA in a 300-mile radius reports up to her office. But we never advertised that. We weren't trying to flex. We just wanted to live a quiet life. A little garden, a porch swing, a grill. And then came Karen. We met her the day we moved in. She didn't bring cookies. She brought a warning. Just so you know, lawn height must be maintained at exactly 3 inches. Not about 3, exactly. She handed us a copy of the HOA handbook like it was scripture. Highlighted, tabbed, and laminated. Lisa smiled and said thank you. I started calling her Clipboard Karen in my head. It started small. A polite reminder email because our trash bin was visible for 2 hours past collection day. A warning for unauthorized porch furniture. It was a wicker swing. A note taped to our mailbox about excessive barking. From a dog that literally sleeps 20 hours a day. Lisa always stayed calm. She's testing us. Let her. We attended our first HOA meeting just to feel it out. It was a performance. Karen stood at the front like she was running for something, even though no one had voted in years. We must maintain standards. If we let one person slack, the whole neighborhood slips. Lisa asked one quiet question. Who audits this board's decisions? The silence that followed? Beautiful. Karen blinked. Her smile twitched. The HOA governs itself, of course. We don't answer to outside parties. Lisa didn't correct her. She just nodded. I swear I saw her bite the inside of her cheek to keep from laughing. That's when I knew. Karen had no idea who Lisa really was. And then, life hit us. Lisa was diagnosed with lymphoma. Everything stopped. Work, plans, even the garden. Our focus shifted to doctor appointments, chemo sessions, and just keeping her comfortable. We let the HOA emails pile up. One day we got a warning about yard neglect. 2 days later, a fine for dead flowers. Karen didn't even ask. She just mailed us penalties like we were criminals. That month, Lisa missed the HOA meeting. She sent an email, very professional, explaining she was dealing with medical treatment and wouldn't be attending. Karen's response? She called the cops. The officer's face said everything. He apologized, left without another word. That was the moment something broke in me. This wasn't just nosiness anymore. It was cruelty. She wasn't enforcing rules. She was targeting us. And for what? Because Lisa wouldn't bow to her ego? She had no idea. No idea that Lisa wasn't just another homeowner. No idea that she was already under Lisa's jurisdiction. And that every fine, every ruling, every petty little power trip she was drunk on was about to be audited. That was just the beginning. Karen didn't slow down. If anything, she doubled down. First, it was the grass. Excessive browning and failure to reseed. She took pictures. From our yard, we live in Arizona. It's 104 degrees. The air is brown. Next, trash bin visibility. But I had pulled it in early. Our doorbell cam showed her dragging it back out, snapping a picture, then shoving it back into place. She staged a fake violation. Then came a fake wellness check from one of her board friends. And after Lisa calmly told them she was recovering from chemo, we got fined for being uncooperative. Then she sent a gift basket with muffins and a note. Hope you're feeling better. Maybe a little more neighborly participation when you're up for it? Lisa threw it out and began collecting everything. Surveillance, screenshots, letters, emails, video. And we weren't the only ones. We quietly shared what we found with neighbors. Turns out, she'd done this to dozens of people. Silencing them, fining them, gaslighting them. Lisa didn't shout. She just built a case. And when Karen sent us a fake letter threatening a lien on our home for $875 in fines, Lisa said only 2 words. She's done. Lisa filed an official 48-page complaint with the state's HOA commission. It was packed with receipts, photos, videos, bylaws, financial records, testimonies. Within 48 hours, the board was under investigation. But Lisa wasn't done. She wrote legal advisory letters, anonymously, and slipped them under doors. Did you know you can appeal fines over $500? Bylaws can't be amended without a majority vote. People began to fight back. Petitions started. Meetings reopened. One by one, Karen's walls cracked. We quietly took down her fake rules, replaced them with actual state-sanctioned guidelines. Lisa turned down the presidency offer when Karen's board was suspended. Karen tried to tighten her grip, sent illegal notices, banned community discussion. But it was too late. The hearing was scheduled, public, in person, mandatory. Karen didn't know it yet, but the clipboard was about to break. Karen walked into the hearing room like she still had power. Lisa walked in with a folder, and the truth. Fines issued illegally. Bylaws altered without quorum. Surveillance footage, testimonies, financial abuse. Each slide Lisa presented pulled another thread from Karen's fake authority. Karen tried to defend herself. She was shut down. Ruling after ruling. Board president suspended. All fines voided. Financial audit opened. Banned from future board participation. Ordered to pay restitution. And finally, Lisa's closing words. Power doesn't come from clipboards. It comes from trust. And you lost that the day you started using rules as weapons. Applause, silence, a new beginning. No more anonymous fines. No more rules written in pencil and enforced in ink. No more clipboards. Just people, living, respecting each other. And maybe, just maybe, laughing about the time one woman almost ruled. A neighborhood with nothing but passive aggression and printer toner. She thought she owned the street. Turns out, she was just renting power. And it expired. Power doesn't come from clipboards. It comes from trust. If you've got an HOA horror story, drop it in the comments. What's the pettiest thing your neighborhood has tried to fine you for? And if you made it this far, comment justice served, because you deserve a round of applause too. Like, subscribe. Share this with someone who's got their own clipboard, Karen. We're all part of the HOA of life. Let's run it better.